Not in the truck. Not in the truck. Where could we be? Well, the probably a little bit windy where I'm at. I don't know if you can hear me that well, but we're 20 something miles into a bike ride. I just wanted to give a little halfway update here. And it's been good. It's been good. So we'll see you when we're done. Got to get some nutrients in my body. You'll never guess the amount of calories that I burned. I mean, let's just say it rhymes with 2,300. That's a lot. 2,300 calories is bike. Truth be told, I wish I could have gone. I wish I could have gone longer. I got more juice. I got more gas in the tank, if you know what I mean. But your boy was chafing bad. So I couldn't get back here fast enough. I was like, if I only had that cream, I should have. When I packed up all my stuff this morning, I just forgot that. So that's the type of mistake you don't make twice. I'll let you know. There's some things that you like always do over and over and over. That's one where you don't make that mistake twice. Because when you are 10 miles from your car, you got to still bike that 10 miles. You know? Secondly, that I put my new inner tubes in, and they worked great. That thing worked great. The metal stem's the way to go if you have tubes. Most real cyclists probably already know that, but I'm just like an amateur cyclist, so I don't know that yet. But the metal tube is the way to go. The metal stem, anyway. I couldn't be any more thirsty. I gotta get out of the way. There's a softball game. It must be softball tourney, if I were to guess. Softball tourney is letting out. Oh, I would go to this ice cream place over here, but it's cash only. So that ruins that experience. What else? Dare I go to the gym, do arms? Dare I? I probably should. Yeah. I didn't go yesterday. You guys noticed. or you didn't notice, but some of you probably noticed there was no video this morning. When I got home from work, I laid down and I may have went in and out of snoozing a couple times. And then by the time I got up, it was 8 o'clock. And I was like, maybe you just need some rest. Maybe your ass just needs to lay down, relax. I did do my tib raises though. Tib raises got done, and then I went to sleep. And then I said, tomorrow we're going on a long bike ride. I wasn't keeping track of my wattage. I was trying to keep it says my average is 15 miles an hour, which is pretty good because there's a lot of like places where I have to stop and cross the street. I'm going through like I said, that town, I wasn't going very fast through there because the roads were terrible. So 15 miles an hour average is good. I was trying to, on the majority of like the straights and like things where I could get into a groove, I was holding over 20 miles an hour pretty easily. Even into that wind, I was like 18, 19. So that's good. That's a solid amount of, that's right where I want to be. 20 is like perfect. 20 is like the sweet spot. Anything faster is great. Now, the race is going to have, you can't get away from the wind here. So half that race is probably going to have some wind on it. Maybe you get lucky and there's not any that day. But I'm Irish. I got Irish luck, so that doesn't happen. There's going to be wind. Maybe 40 mile an hour wind. Brutal. So that's it. I'm going to go home. Then I'm going to go to the gym. That's it for the day. Fitness is going to be done. I'll holler at you guys after the gym. All right. We'll get into a little bit of some explanation on Arms Day. Some of these video angles are a little bit. I had the phone on the weights as they were moving, but this is actually the second tricep exercise. The first one is a reverse grip single arm pull down. I'm going to, this isn't heavy weight actually. I'm just trying to really like focus on the movement, not use my body to push it down, just my arms. It's not crazy heavy. I think I had 45 pounds. This is a little bit, I always try to like end each set with this. It's like basically a skull crusher on the cable machine. So you don't have to get a bench and do whatever. I just do it at the very end of my workout. Now we're on to dips. When I'm transitioning from triceps to biceps, I go to the assisted pull-up machine and do dips. So my final tricep exercise are dips, and then I'll show you what that's coupled with to warm up your biceps. So it's basically a pull-up, but what you're gonna do is, and this angle's terrible, what you're gonna do is you're gonna, instead of trying to use your back, you're going to pull up with your biceps only, or at least as much as you can. You're gonna really activate and warm them up. This kind of mimics what gymnasts do. I don't know if you've noticed, but Olympic gymnasts have huge arms, and that's mostly because they're hanging from whatever it is that they're doing, they're hanging and their arms are fully extended. Now, most of the time during a bicep exercise, your arms aren't going to be fully extended, like above your head, and your bicep isn't going to be fully, maximum extension. Even when you're doing arm curls, it's still not that. That's the only way to do it is from a pull-up. So now we're back into the dips. I got a better angle over here. I'm just trying not to use, you're obviously going to use back, right? You're just trying to pull it up, and you can see I'm just trying to pull up with my biceps. I'm not trying to use my back, even though it's going to activate a little bit, but that's all right. You're just trying to pull up with biceps only to get those things, get the blood flowing in those. You know what I mean? And as far as rep count for most of the stuff I do, it's usually 12, but it's really on feel, honestly. Like I'm not trying to count. I'm actually not counting. I'm really not counting. So it could be 13, could be 14, could be 9, just depends on my fatigue level. It's really on feel only. I don't just stick to a certain amount of reps, because maybe I'm feeling stronger one day. Maybe I'm doing 15, maybe I go 20. You just got to change you always got to be changing. And if you just stick to 12 reps, then, you're just stuck at 12, right? You gotta go to what your strength is, like how strong you are feeling that day. Obviously, I would love to be able to do these without the assisted pull-up, but I'm just not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. I can do pull-ups. I can't do bicep pull-ups, So that's my transition from triceps to biceps. I think I'm done here. Yeah. So now we're on to preacher curl. Preacher's another one that extends your bicep as far as it can go. You want to put the seat down so that your armpit you're not going to want to use any part of your body to pull that up except for your arm. And the first set I always do single arm. Don't ask me why. I just feel like I need to do single arm before I put more weight on there. It doesn't make any sense at all, but that's just how I do it. Again, we're not counting reps. I'm just letting that thing go all the way. I'm actually not going all the way down. I probably catch myself and then I'll let it go down the way down the next set. I'm just trying to feel that weight, really, is what this is all about. I'm just trying to feel it. I'm not worried about both arms pulling it up, just one at a time. And it's easy. It's easy to use your whole body if you're using both arms to pull that weight up. That's why you got to drop the seat down low so that your arms are just planted on that thing and you're not using your back, using whatever. Yeah, and so your arms are all the way extended. That's a little light. Change the weight up. Yeah, and your reverse rep, right? You're on the way down. I'm not letting the weight drop, right? It's always controlled. Every movement is a controlled movement. You don't want to just be letting everything just fly around like you only are trying on the way up. You need to let it go down, a controlled movement down. Now that I'm watching this, I'm not letting that weight fall. I'm not letting it fall all the way down. I'm stopping before it gets there. All right, now typically I sped this up because it took a little bit while. Typically I do this on an incline seated, and I do the same movement, but I'm pretty tired today, so I didn't feel, that takes it's a lot more effort to do it that way. It's much harder. So, because when you're seated, you can't use any of your body to swing that weight up. So, again, what I'm doing is probably, 12, 15 reps each. I think I do 3 sets here. So as I'm going, I'm kind of keeping the blood still flowing in my arms as much as I can. So even though I'm resting, I'm kind of like extending my triceps, keep some blood going. Nothing crazy. I don't even think that's heavy weight. It's probably, I think, 27 and a halves. Yeah, and you could see it's sped up, but I'm letting that weight down like a lot slower. They're not just falling. It's a controlled movement. So and then I don't know if you notice, most of the stuff I do is I burn out the very last set with another motion. So this is just hammer curls. I grabbed the 20s real quick, and I was like, I'm just going to burn those out. Now we're on to our push-ups. So daily push-ups, except my grip is a little bit closer because I'm focusing on my triceps because it's arm day, obviously. So grip is just right on inside the shoulders. I don't know. I may have repped out about 30 or so, and then I decide that it's a little bit too easy, so I move the bar down. In between that, then I grab these 10-pound weights. Again, I'm always trying to keep the blood flowing in my muscle while I'm doing stuff, so it's like almost like a mini superset. Like there's never like a rest, right? Like it's a small rest, but I'm still active. I'm working the other muscle while the other one's being like tortured. I wiped off my phone lens because it was like so blurry. It's a little bit better there. Arms are looking huge, by the way. Look, those are looking really massive. Same thing, close grip. I usually try to rep out 33. That's like what my goal is. Or at least the most, for whenever I'm doing push-ups, I try to do the very most on the first set, and then I split up the second two. So if I can get 40, great. Then I'll do 30-30 or, 35-25, something like that. Then back to the hammer curls with those 10s. And you'd be surprised after you've already done your bicep workout. These are a lot tougher than you think. And again, I'm no fitness influencer. I'm just doing this to show you guys what I do. And that way, if you are in the gym, you just do this. This is just what I do, and I've watched gazillion videos. Really, ultimately, you have to find out what works best for you. Everyone's body's different, right? Check the pump, get some water. Yeah, everyone's body's different, so arms are looking huge. You got to figure out what exercises work best, and target muscles that you're deficient at. For the longest time, my rear delts I didn't feel like were as good as the other parts, so for every one exercise of front and lat and side, I did 2 rear, just to even everything out, and it worked. So if you want to work something out, you just keep at it. You could do arms twice a week. I'm only doing arms once a week until this Ironman's over. Then we're back on full-fledged huge arm schedule. So that was a rest pause. That was about it. I'm actually burnt out. Do I got another set? Keep the arms moving, keep the blood flowing. If you look around the gym, no one does that. People are just sitting still. They're just sitting on their phone. You know what I mean? In between their sets, they're sitting on their phone. I'm always trying to keep movement, keep the blood in the muscle. That's why you're there. You're there for a pump, right? So you don't want to lose your pump. Now we're in the locker room, checking out the pump. Decent. Not bad. Not bad after a full day of fitness, I'll tell you that. And that's a wrap, folks. All right. Quick recap of the day. Work, bike, arms. That's a quick recap. Now, I tried to bike 41 miles. It's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I tried to bike. God, I cannot say bike. I keep saying bark. Am I retarded? Jiminy Christmas. All right. I tried to bike 41 miles in her honor. Like I said, I came up short. The bike path runs out. I'm going through the town. The roads are bumpy. It's just not fun to ride on. It's not fun to ride a triathlon bike on city streets that aren't nice and smooth. I'll tell you that. Just because it's just not. It's just not. So I didn't make it. She's having a time of her life in Siesta Key. I'm just out here in the trenches. 38 miles on the bike. Just a incredible arm. I don't know how I pulled that arms day I pulled that straight out of my ass, to be fair. Oh. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Now we have an ambulance escort. And you know what? I've had a protein shake to eat today. I should probably eat something, you know? One protein shake, I probably burned about 3,000 calories. What do you eat? What should I get? My brain is just fog now. I really got through that exercise, and really, it started out really slow, and then I turned up the heat, and then it took me a little bit to get into it, and then I got into it, and then I burned out at the end. I was like, I can't do anymore. So you saw that on all the clips. I just put them in there before this, so you saw what happened. Food. I don't know what I'm going to get. Not that important, though, because we burned an incredible amount of calories today. So I'm going to eat, I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to watch Love Island, because that's my favorite thing to do. Wendy's? Chipotle's gonna be real heavy in my belly. Maybe I got a couple tacos from somewhere. All right, that's it. That's a wrap. Day 58. 58? Yeah, I think it's 58. I don't know. I don't know what day it is. I don't know. My days are crazy. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I didn't upload a video this morning. Apologies. I hope you forgive me. Like and subscribe. Comment what fitness you did down below. If you made it this far and you comment, you're a real one. I know that. I know that about you. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.